Oh, hey, I got one quick question about Epcot.
Shoot.
There's a particular ride where the buttons don't work. Does anybody know what it is?
I don't know. I heard though that if you like get the parade to go by at the exact right time, then they give you a secret code so that the buttons still never work.
He's
So
had
that's
enough.
softening that blow a little bit.
He's had enough wine. There's no effect.
You can color me burgundy with
Ron.
because of the type of wine
Oh, you
that
Ron.
I'm drinking.
Color I can just type in. I have to go find it now to color your face.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? Hey, Hey, guess what? I'm proud of us, guys. Nobody fucking cursed us in this episode. Oh, damn it!
Welcome everybody to the Notcast, episode 5. We are still doing this thing. I am Steve Rhodes, joined this week by Miss Becky Wells,
Hey guys.
Patrick Neistat,
Yeah.
and Bobby Burchins.
God, I need this more than ever.
Cheers, bud.
It's Thanksgiving, and we are recording anyway. So hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving and enjoyed all the labors of yourself or somebody else who's doing all the.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, food.
Delicious.
At the end
What
of
am I
this,
supposed to say?
Food.
we'll get you guys' opinions on what's the best side or dessert for Thanksgiving here coming up. But we want to address, speaking of sides, it looks like Bobby's family is definitely finishing up a dinner.
You had to pick now.
Is that what that
but
noise is?
It's fine. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Getting all the last bits off the plate.
Yeah, well,
Good, you know?
we have not only that, but we have 3 dogs here, all fighting over the exact same amount of leftovers.
Okay, at least we know you're licking the plates.
Yeah, exactly. It's not me.
The dogs got to
It's not me
eat.
looking
You
at
understand if they get the scraps.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that the tryptophan kicks in here sometime soon, puts everybody out. So
Nice. Well, the big news this week, guys, is from the Disney Parks blog. Walt Disney World starting January 1st, going back to the park hopper. Things have changed, though, with that park hopper. 2 p.m. will be the start time for being able to use the park hopper. The other caveat is you will have to enter another park first that you actually had a reservation for before you can park hop. So kind of go around the horn here, or just if somebody wants to jump in, what's your opinion? How's this going to change your travel here at Walt Disney World?
Becky, go for it.
Yeah, why not? So yeah, annual passes and park hopper tickets can sort of come back. And I don't know. I think it's interesting. I've been trying to come up with.
I'm excited about the park hopper.
Let's hope.
It's not my dog.
whose dog is it? Of course, it's my dog.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, he's super excited about this. It's a
Oh,
squeaky
man.
dog.
Maybe you should talk.
Hey, Bobby, is there an outside where you are?
Not where there's a chair. I mean,
A place where there's an outside?
A little insight to you guys at home viewing. We had Bobby walking all around the house trying to find a quiet spot to record it, and we're about to push him out onto the patio somewhere at his brother's. Oh man!
please leave all this in.
Oh, probably will.
It's only more funny because you told us there's more than one dog.
Yeah, no, and it turns out it's mine. Of course it is.
So, Becky, about that park hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I've been trying to figure out if it's going to be more useful to people like hoping to get into studios, like they don't care about Rise of Resistance, or they've already ridden it and like, oh, I'm gonna go at 2 because everybody is gonna bail. Or if it's gonna be a big line right before 2 o'clock, because people are gonna try to pick up those.
Well, I thought I read that you weren't if you were going to hop into studios, you weren't allowed to get Rise of the Resistance. Is that
Won't be
correct?
Oh.
past 2 o'clock. You can't enter the park until 2 o'clock.
So,
Oh, right. Okay.
So
that's
I have a
good
question.
point, yeah.
I have a question. Maybe one of you guys can answer it. Is it possible you buy the park hopper and then aren't allowed to hop?
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Subject to availability.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it helps the annual pass holders the most right now. And then people who like maybe just want to hit Epcot after they've gone back to their room for a while or whatever for dinner. Like that part makes a lot of sense. And Epcot has a huge, amount of people allowed inside. So
Good point.
that part, I mean, I think that's the main number one thing that has made enough people pissed off with the park hopping. I really don't see it being as much of, I can't wait to get to Animal Kingdom for 3 more hours. Like, it's Epcot. So
It's Epcot Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom too.
Yeah.
And I think
the monorail would make it more doable.
Sure. Uber.
Well, if you're driving or you're on Disney transportation, especially if you're staying at one of the Magic Kingdom resorts, and you did any of the other 3 parks that day, you would hop to Magic Kingdom at the end of the night. Whereas everybody else is probably, I think Epcot is going to be a real shit show after 2, especially considering Hollywood Studios. Not only do you have the Skyliner, you can freaking walk
there
to Epcot. You don't get on the Rise of Resistance at 2 o'clock.
You can walk her in theory. Okay, like have you ever tried to huff it that far?
theory.
I've walked it.
I've done it.
Yeah.
It's a long walk.
It's a 2-mile walk. What are you talking about?
15 or 20 minutes.
No, it's not 10 or 20 minutes.
15.
Nobody wants to walk that far.
From MGM to Epcot.
Paul, my brother Paul.
It's a 10 or 20 minute jog if you're an
That's why
actual
they
runner.
invented
Not my
the
fat ass. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it. in 10 or 20
that
minutes.
wasn't. He did the Toy Story annual pass preview, which wasn't a preview because it had been open for a bit, but it was like 7 a.m. And we went to that, and then we left as soon as the park opened, and then we walked over to Epcot and went and tapped in to get our little cutting board gift, and got some beers, and then I went to the airport after that. Like,
But
it was an easy walk because the boats weren't running yet. So
I would say easy. I don't know. Two
You walk
miles.
more inside of Magic Kingdom during a day. I mean,
I know, but the point is like you're walking all day. Do you want to go walk? Like,
well, now there's obviously more options available, and at Rope Drop that boat wasn't running yet, and the Skyliner wasn't a thing. So
it's doable, but it's preferred.
no.
yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't walk it. I'd probably take the Friendship boat, to be quite honest. But
Yeah, that was what we were hoping on.
the Skyliner is just going to take too long. The line will be too long. So your play would be to hit up the Friendship boats. But if you really want to, you could certainly walk. And I think there are going to be a lot of drunkies at Epcot.
That's true.
It'll depend.
You got something to say, Bobby?
I do on that very subject of drunk asses. Well, I mean, listen. First of all, they're still not opening the Epcot at 9 o'clock yet, right? They're opening it at 11 still.
I think it's going to be noon some days too. So
there's not enough time for you to get drunk and then bail over to another park by 2 o'clock. So like, no matter how it's
challenge. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right?
Steve, you were just in Epcot, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How busy was it once you first got there? I assume you got there right at noon.
It opened at 11, and we got there 11:30.
Okay.
And everybody's coming in the World Showcase side because of the Skyliner.
Gotcha.
And because of Food and Wine too.
And Food and Wine was going on, and it was definitely busier over there, but you can't, I mean, there's just so many places for people to go on the World Showcase side, you don't really notice it. Now, the wait times on the Future World side were, reasonable. I mean, Soren, I think we waited 20 minutes, so I think more people were over on World Showcase versus Future World, but you know.
Yeah.
And I think that trend probably continues because what somebody hit on, Becky hit on earlier, they're not going to be going from Epcot to another park. They're coming from another park to Epcot because there's 1,000 different dining options over there, and that's not going to be bring in the drunk ass crowd necessarily. Although you'll be able to find more of it at 9 o'clock at night. But you know that I would say that and once the fireworks get going over at Magic Kingdom, which they test those recently, those are going to be the two parks that get the most. What's it called? Animal Kingdom's never open past a certain time anyway.
They just extended Animal Kingdom to 8.
To 8?
But there's only 3 rides working?
On weekends, okay.
There's 3 rides working. It's the 2 Avatar rides and Expedition Everest. Nobody's getting on Kali River Rapids at 8 o'clock at night.
They have night safaris.
Okay.
Pandora at night.
Yeah, Pandora at night is the thing that you do. So, you know, there's not going to be too much of that, I think. But really, it's going to be the Magic Kingdom and Epcot unless MGM or Hollywood Studios comes back with a big push on that Jingle Bells, Jingle Band thing. Or the
text there, Bobby?
A text? No, but there may have been a dog.
Did you get a text?
Oh, no. Someone else might have. There's a play-by-play. Say hey to Dad over there in the corner.
Hey, Dad.
He wasn't him, but he's letting the dogs out, certainly.
Apologies for the Thanksgiving commotion, folks. We are recording during family time for Bobby, so we are trying to get this one in for you. But yeah, I mean, I think Animal Kingdom, you know, they've got their night thing going. I don't think anybody is going to be leaving to go there. It's going to be either Epcot or Magic Kingdom, like Pat said. But the sneaky play could be to go to Hollywood Studios because you probably could ride Tower of Terror or Rock and Roller Coaster with very little wait.
Or Millennium Falcon.
Good point.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you hit up Rise of the Resistance earlier in your trip, you can save the Millennium Falcon to a park hopper at a different time. But while we were there, it closed at 7 o'clock, and the sun was setting when it was, when we were walking out. There were no nighttime views of Galaxy's Edge. I'd love to see it at night. So that would absolutely be kind of an attraction for me. It just kind of depends on what the hours are. I'm going to target the latest closing park and go there every time because I want to maximize that value.
Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, also then, do you think that was kind of what I was stuck on? Is like, is it better to just plan to show up later if you don't care about Rise? Then you basically can have the run of it because people bail. Maybe get more done.
Absolutely.
And then have an earlier night, whatever. But
there's already a mass exodus of the park if you don't get on that second boarding group.
Yeah.
For Rise anyway, so you might as well take advantage of that and go ride the classics. I can't believe that we're calling Tower of Terror and Rock and Roll.
Steve, how late were you in Hollywood Studios in your recent trip?
I want to say it closed at 7 or it was closed at 8. Mm-hmm. And we almost shut it down. Oh, actually, we did shut it down, Hollywood Studios. We shut that one down.
Becky, did you do the same thing?
I think I did.
Okay. And
for whatever reason, I can't remember.
How are the wait times later in the evening?
You can't get on the railway. It's ridiculous. It's over an hour, almost 2 hours pushing.
The whole night?
Runaway rail. The whole day.
Did they have the dividers on there yet when you were there? Or was that right at? I can't remember when they put, because they were putting the plexiglass between the rows so they could add more capacity.
I did not attempt to get on the railway this time because I went on it the first time, and you guys saw the video card up there right now. It was a shit show, so I was like, I've already seen it. I'm not waiting 117 minutes to get on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. Yeah.
See, and like when I rope, that's what I went to straight at rope drop because I wanted to just see it, and it was
let the dogs talk. Just let them agree.
Sorry.
He took it away now.
Yeah, I just the line never stopped moving. It was probably 20 minutes total that I waited, but as soon as rope drop actually occurred, because I was in the park before that, as soon as it hit, 9 or 10 or whatever, 10 o'clock, I guess, it was like immediately 120 minutes. And I never saw it really go down all day. It was just a disaster. But I saw that, like, once they were adding those plexiglass, increasing the capacity of who could be on it, that it was going down.
Oh, once they put the plexiglass up?
Because then they're actually filling more rows than before, but I don't really know.
It's just the demand.
That matters. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I go, we'll probably have to wait because we want to.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, the only 2 rides I noticed out of all 4 parks that did not change in wait time all day were Frozen and the Railway. I mean, those 2 rides those are kid-friendly rides, and those are the characters kids want to see. And then, with Railway being the newest ride, that is that's what even adults are going to want to see it. So it's just busy, and Frozen just somehow people still to this day value Frozen over Soarin', but they do.
I mean, it's a good attraction, but
it's not Soarin'.
It's not Maelstrom either, so.
No,
it's a sing-along.
It is Maelstrom. They just put different shit
You're right.
It's the exact same line. Yeah,
right.
The same boat and everything.
It's not the same draw for me.
No.
So I just scored a reservation to Whispering Canyon as
Nice. Is that what you've been working on? What day? You'll have to let me know what day, if it's a day that we're staying there.
It's Monday, so I don't think you guys are going to be in it.
No, I'll be there Tuesday. Dang.
Yeah. So.
We're gonna expect a lot of video and stuff while you guys are down at the park together with your family, and
oh yeah,
sweet quality.
I got Chinese reviews we'll be covering, so that's super fun.
Nice.
We just only have Ogas. That's our only one.
So. Oh, that's a tough one.
Sure.
I expect a full write up on it.
Okay.
All right, let's let you guys get back to your families. A happy Thanksgiving to all the viewers. Before we go, I want to hear everybody's number one side dish or dessert. So you can't pick the turkey, but pick your number one. Pat, what's yours?
I'm going gravy on the mashed potatoes and the stuffing. Fine.
The gravy itself.
The gravy is dope. The way we do it. Use the drippings.
Yeah.
Use a little cornstarch, a little milk. Boom.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it's a tie. It's a toss-up between mac and cheese and stuffing. I mean to insult my wife and all of the South by calling it stuffing, not dressing. Dressing is not the same thing. It's awful. It's terrible. Stuffing is the way to go on that. But mac and cheese, I do it right, guys. I mean, just you stuff as much cheese and as much whipped cream as you can possibly. My wife is flicking me off now.
Wait, you put whipped cream?
Like heavy
whipping cream?
You mean heavy
whipping cream?
When's it
Okay.
Not like Cool Whip or something.
Well, you said whipped cream, not heavy whipping cream.
Whipping. Okay, my apologies.
Oh.
It's been a long day.
Maybe he's got a different kind of mac and cheese. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Becky, what's your side or dessert that you like?
We were kind of talking about this before, and I put pictures up today. It's my great aunt's homemade rolls. They're like a sweet dinner roll.
There you go.
And it takes like 2 days to make it, and I try to carry on the tradition. But it's always worth it. It feeds 1 billion people, and they go fast. People fight over them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my mom's deviled eggs. I haven't had them in ages, but I got to get the recipe from her. That's we're not having them this year, but definitely her deviled eggs are always the best. So shout out to my mom.
So, hey, I got one quick question about Epcot.
Shoot.
There's a particular ride where the buttons don't work. Does anybody know what it is?
I don't know. I heard though that if you like get the parade to go by at the exact right time, then they give you a secret code so that the buttons still never work.
So that's softening that blow a little bit.
He's had enough wine. There's no effect.
You can color me burgundy with
Ron.
because of the type of wine that I'm drinking.
Color I can just type in. I have to go find it now to color your face.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? Hey, guess what? I'm proud of us, guys. Nobody fucking curses in this episode. Oh, damn it.
All right. With that said, happy Thanksgiving to all. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. We'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks. This is the Notcast presented by NotClub33.com. For Pat, for Bobby, for Becky, I'm Steve. Have a great day.